guys, it's Allie from Color and Playing with Allie, and today I'm going to be walking you through my paint collection. It's been a while since I've posted a video. There's been a lot going on with our family, but finally getting a chance to sit down and film some things. And I'm going to break down my paint collection kind of by like the type, like watercolors versus oils versus acrylics, that kind of thing. I'll probably forget something or have to go be like, oh yeah, there's also this other thing that I totally forgot, but so I hope you guys will bear with me. I'm kind of having to film kind of quickly and on the fly around my kids' nap times and around my work schedule, so but I hope that you all enjoy this video, and we'll go ahead and get started with watercolors. So excuse me, I'll start with my watercolors, and I'll pull out my palettes first. I kind of have all different kinds of watercolors. It's kind of my favorite thing right now. I'm not very good at it. As Mr. Rogers used to say, I'm not very good at it, but it doesn't matter. I like to do it, and that's all that matters. I'm sure I'll learn a lot as I'm playing along the way. I don't know if I'll count these. These are my kids'. Like, some of these are Crayola. This one's a Michaels. It's like glittery. But the main ones that I use that are more student grade are, I think this is a Cotman palette. You can tell I've been using these a lot. My kids also got a hold of this one while I was not looking, but thankfully with watercolors you can just kind of clean off the top and they're good to go. So I have the Winsor Newton Cotman. I think that was 12 in here. I have a smaller one. And this is a Paul Rubens. I think these are the normal. Yeah, this is the 24 set. Ah, there's one loose. Sorry. That was awful noise. But yeah, as you can see, I've been really into exploring watercolors lately. Also have this glitter. It's either glitter or metallic. You can kind of see the pearly sheen that they have. I've been playing around a bit with those. Mostly just using like the Christy Rice watercoloring books. So I do not know how to paint like freeform or like, you know, just straight up get a blank piece of paper and paint. So I'm practicing with her books. And then next I'll get out, I guess, these little tubes. These are all the same. I don't have anything fancy as far as tubes, but I have like I think it's 20 of these Cotman tubes. I don't really use watercolors in tubes very much, but I did buy an empty palette that holds 24, and my hope is that I can kind of put these into my blank palette, and I mean, they still feel pretty flexible, so my hope is that I can put those into my blank palette at some point. And then I also have a bunch of these. Some of these I got on clearance. These are all Daler Rowney, but they're like, one is acrylic and one is watercolor. But I have a bunch of them. Like, I think I bought a whole like starter set of the FWs, and then I just went around and bought colors that looked good for the Aquafine ones. Like, I went and bought like a cool yellow and a warm yellow, warm blue, cool blue, warm red, cool red, that kind of thing. These are like liquid watercolor type things. And I have played around with these some. I really enjoy them, and I enjoy that you can like mix your own colors off to the side because they have little droppers. But the acrylics, they do behave differently because the liquid acrylics or the acrylic inks, they will dry into that plasticky finish that acrylic is known for, whereas with the watercolor inks, with these, they will wake back up with water. So I think that's all my watercolor sheets. I'm not really going to go through brushes in this video. I've bought a few like Princeton brushes to try and learn with, and also have a bunch of Arteza, like the ones you can fill up with water and then you take the lid off and you squeeze them. Water brushes. But that is pretty much the extent of my collection right now, and I'm happy with it where it is until I know for sure that I'm going to get into it more. Like it all fits in this little shoebox. So those are my watercolors, and next we'll talk about my acrylics next. So the next category I'll talk about are my acrylic paints. I have mostly just like random Amazon brands. This is like a big giant box of 48, and they're kind of like the goodness gracious, the Apple Barrel paints, and there's just all sorts of different colors in here. I use these like when I want to do crafts with the kids and stuff, and there's some of them I haven't even opened yet. My husband has also been dabbling in painting with acrylics, so he uses those. And then I have this set of Ohuhu metallic acrylic paints, and same size of bottles. I'll get it open. And these have been fun to work with. Like, my kids like to paint with these because they're sparkly. And just a little selection of those. And then I have this little Sterilite shoebox that's full of just random things. Like, I think the first set I picked up was like one of these sets of acrylic paints from Michaels, and then we got a couple more. My husband and I like to do the paint and sip date night type things, so we look up tutorials, and it's usually acrylic, so we go to this box. This is just a spray bottle of water, and there's a bunch of other random little brushes and tools and stuff in here. I think these came in a set with some wooden palettes for those paint and sip date nights that we got. They're really not the greatest paints, but it was nice of them to include them for free. And there's a couple of mediums in here that I got with a starter kit. I don't know how many there are in here, but we have a lot of acrylic paint. We always have paint to pull from for our date nights, so that's always good. And I guess next I'll talk about my oil paints, or rather my husband's oil paints. So next I'm going to talk about our oil paints. My husband got really into like the Bob Ross tutorial type stuff, and so I got him like a set of Castle Arts oil paint, and then we share these brushes. They're just like all-purpose brushes. He's also got a little set from Artist Loft in here. I don't really work with oil paints, but I have them in my stash, and I may very well one day decide to use them. And there's a couple of bigger bottles that he's picked up of colors that he was using a lot of. I think he's got black and white, green, blue, brown. I don't know what's under here, honestly. Oh, there's just more. Oh look, magenta. I bought him this one because he needed cadmium orange. And yeah, so there's just a ton of little, this one busted, you can tell. There's just a ton of oil paints in here from various brands. None of them are really high end, but they work since he's just learning. And this is his little shoebox of paints. That's my oil paint collection, and next we'll talk about my gouaches. So we can't start talking about my gouaches without bringing in this bad boy. If you have this, you already know it is Gelly Gouache. I honestly haven't opened this for a while, so I have no idea what it's going to look like, but me and my husband sat and swatched it one night while we were watching Lord of the Rings, because yes, we sit and we have movie date nights, and they're wonderful. Oh dear. Yeah, there's like one sticking to the lid. Let me get it off. Okay. So it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Thankfully, our house doesn't hold a lot of humidity, So I don't think this one is. Those are just little cracks and bubbles in the top. But this is my set of jelly gouaches. And this was not super expensive on Amazon. I think we did one gouache date paint night with these and with my other gouaches, which I'll show you here in a minute. But there's like 56 colors or so. So yeah, there's that, and it is really, it's quite heavy. And then I also have this shoebox full. This was a set I got from Michaels for super cheap. And then there's also, I have some Arteza glitter, or these are metallic gouaches as well. I think those are the only two sets that are in here. There's just a lot of them between the two sets. And just some random brushes. I think it was like a 36 set of the metallic gouaches. And these might have been like a 24. But yeah, so I have 2 gouache and I have jelly gouache. And tons and tons and tons of colors. And besides like my few little Posca pins that I have, and I have like the set of Caron, like I'll show you, hang on. So yeah, aside from the gouaches and stuff, I have like these Deco Brush, which are basically like brush tipped Poscas, essentially. They lay down quite warm. We'll see if I can get one to lay down on this little swatch card. You can tell how much I've used these. I actually have used these a few times. I just haven't taken the time to swatch them onto these. But like, so you can see, like it's very, quite opaque against the white and the black. And these, I guess these are technically paint pens. And then I have, like this is just my little cup of like detailing tools, and I have a few assorted Posca pens in here, which are paint pens. I think these are technically paint pens. These Ohuhu glitter markers. So you have to like pump them up, and then they do the really thick opaque glitter ink. But yeah, aside from those things, I think that is, I have the whole, like, they come in these dozen piece marker sets, but I have all of the smaller sets, not just the gray set. And don't want it, I got paint on me. Aside from those things, I think that that is all of my paint, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. And my goal is to try to do some more with my paints. It's just been kind of hard because, like, if you go back on my Instagram a few weeks, like back in September, I was explaining like our family's going through a medical crisis. Basically, my mother-in-law is in the hospital with a rare form of brain cancer, and things have stabilized a lot, but it's clear that they're going downhill fast. And so we're moving towards hospice with her, and it's all happened within like 2 months. It's been an absolute roller coaster. So that's why I've been kind of hit and miss with videos, hit and miss with my Instagram. But to be honest, just keeping a routine and keeping on with normal life has been helping to deal with everything while it's been going on. So, but just to let you know, that's why my videos have not been super consistent, and why they may not be consistent in the near future as we go through this process of saying goodbye to her. So, but that's just an update to let you all know what's been going on, and to know for the future if I'm not around on YouTube, that's why. I do plan to continue making some videos. I have some more collection videos to do. Notably a digital, I don't know what digital means, but a digital coloring book collection video, and then maybe some like color with me's or something to that effect. So, I hope you all enjoyed seeing my paint collection, and if you like my videos and you want to see more of them, please subscribe and like, and let me know what you think of them. And let me know what kinds of videos you all like to see as well. That way I can prioritize my limited filming time to give you guys more of what you like. And hopefully I will see you again soon in the next video. And you have a wonderful, colorful day. And I'll see you later. Bye!